the different injustices and different challenges in their own lives. And she talked about lateral violence and how when things happen to the people around us, it hurts us and it harms us. And I just want to also just kind of talk about, some people said, you know, there are some realities we have to understand. One of the realities is we only make up, as Indigenous Canadians, we make up between 3 and 4% of the Canadian population. If between 3 and 4% of the population, let's pretend for a second that every single Indigenous Canadian, quotation, got up and mobilized themselves, would that be enough to make the government listen? Hell's no. Definitely not. But when we listen to the stories like the ones that were just shared with us about our elders and our women and what they have endured, I think that gives those of us that live in urban settings and those of us that exist today where we have access to things like social media and access to things like drinking water, access to the things that nourish us and give us life, including ceremony and including connecting to our elders. It gives us a strength. It gives us a strength that has never been seen before, and it's inspiring to hear that you are educated not only in your own language and your own traditions, but also in you know, all those different universities, getting those pieces of paper, right, so that you are able to speak in a way that everybody can understand your own people, but also Western society. And I Don't Know More, I think, is an opportunity to stand up for you. I Don't Know More is an opportunity, and young people, we're impatient. We don't want to wait. We don't want to wait for you know, the next election. We don't want to wait until something bad happens. We want to do something now. And I think what I Don't Know More is, it's an opportunity for us as young people to stand up for our women. I Don't Know More was founded, started, and is currently being led by its women. And if you're a young person and you're sick of the violence against women, if you're sick of having missing and murdered family members, if you're sick of the bullshit suicide rate and over-incarceration, the over-representation and underservice in the health industry, if you are frustrated with all of these things, then you don't have to wait. We don't have to wait to stand up for our grandmothers and our women. We can change things today. If every young Indigenous person, we are one of the fastest growing populations in Canada. If every young Indigenous person took seriously the responsibility that we have before us to graduate, not only from high school, but also post-secondary, to insert ourselves. And I know protocol is important and humility is important, but if we get aggressive here for a second, and if we infiltrate, and I'm using this word on purpose, we infiltrate businesses, if we infiltrate unions, if we infiltrate nonprofit organizations, if we infiltrate government, there is absolutely no way. We can make this paradigm shift that Jerry talks about, we can make that shift happen within our lifetime. We can make that shift happen within the next 10 to 15 years if we stand up and support our young people in a good way, if we listen to the stories of our elders and our women, and if we take seriously the responsibility that is before us today to protect our water, to listen to our elders, and to bring this concept of spirit back into politics. Because we can't make a law that talks about only the physical and only the mental. Because when you ignore the heart and you ignore the spirit, you're missing half of the whole person. You're missing half of our teachings, and you're missing half of what you even intend to accomplish. Your ultimate goal is only going to be accomplished by half if we continue to ignore spirituality and emotion. And the medicine wheel, our women, our elders, the water, the teachings are all around us, and if we get in tune with natural law, we can change things, and it can be done in the impatient, you know, time frame that is acceptable to young people as well. So, anyway.